Welcome to Watch the Road. This is a visual novel horror game or a Stockholm dating sim, I'm not really sure. It follows your decisions regarding a suspicious boy hitchhiking that you picked up. And that's all I'm going to say about the game because I don't want to spoil it before we get into it. Although I did find this game while looking for spooky Halloween games. And then I realized this would work for a Christmas special since they're usually hard to find. Although I promise this is not as weird as last year's Christmas special. That one was so fucking weird. I promise it's not so weird and oddly sexual as the last one. With all that, I hope you're able to enjoy whatever the hell this is. After high school, I pictured a different life for myself. Somewhere far, far away from the dingy trailer park I grew up. In a huge city. Maybe. Or even the lovely countryside. But college didn't go the way I planned. 2 horrible semesters and my scholarship was revoked, just like that. I was back where I started. Living at home was hell. I didn't last long. With what little money I'd saved, I found a tiny apartment and a job. Not exactly my dream gig, but it was offered to me easily because of an old friend. Commercial truck driving. Woo. It's been a few years since, and it's way lonelier than I had expected. Because of how busy I am, I've become distant with, well, everything. My friends, family, and even myself. At least I'm making ends meet for now. Had a couple of close calls at the beginning, bad weather for starters. And there were evil drivers, horrible traffic, God, the list could go on and on. But I'm used to it now, mostly. My sleep schedule may be whack and my spine's beginning to hate me, but I make it work. Still, there are nights where I feel a bit off kilter. Tonight's one of those nights. Choose my real name. Yeah, let's get locked in here. Assuming it's not full name, just first name. Alright, Ethan, keep your eyes on the road. I nudge the side mirror with a tap of the button, taking a glance at the endless darkness reflecting on it. It looks eerie, to say the least. Jeez. Doesn't help that the snow is picking up. Fat, wet flakes splat against the windshield, momentarily obscuring my view. The flurries paired with my drowsiness is a hellish combo. I crank the wipers up a notch. Need to find a gas station soon. Getting coffee that isn't lukewarm would be nice. A sudden movement in my headlights makes me jump in my seat. Is that a deer? Through the swirling, disorientating snow, I see something that shouldn't be there. Something, or someone, by the side of the road, next to a weathered mile marker sign. Oh, it's a young man. He's got his thumb out, arm extended hopefully into the air. The hell? What are you doing out here? My first thought is that I must be daydreaming or even hallucinating, since I was running on caffeine and spite. Hey, what are you doing out here? Middle of bumfuck nowhere. But I rub my eye quickly, and lo and behold, he's still there. I'm in the right mind hitchhikes out here, in this weather. Part of me knows that this is obviously suspicious and that I should stay away. But another weary, miserable part sees someone worse off than me. Come on, let's be interesting. Let's slow down. Oh god, this is so stupid. There's a plethora of wrong things that could happen, but I can't leave someone out here like this. It goes against every moral bone in my body. What if he freezes overnight? Like that little match girl story. Ugh, morbid. I ease my foot off the gas and the heavy box truck sighs as it loses its momentum. I pull the rig onto the shoulder, a safe distance ahead of the person. Massive tires crunch on the icy gravel. He starts walking towards the passenger side door, a dazzlingly bright smile somehow lighting up his face despite the bitter cold and the terrible situation he's in. I can't help but notice how he jogs the last few steps, eager to escape the wind. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I'm hoping if this guy's a serial killer, he's got like a code like Dexter. You know, he's not gonna just murder me, he's gonna figure out if I'm a shitty person or not and then murder me if I am. That's my hope. As he gets closer, I roll the passenger window down a crack. A blast of frigid air hits me square in the face, and I almost regret listening to my impulse. Okay. I can get a better look at him now. Hello. You look wrong to me. I don't know why. He's in his early 20s at most, with freckles standing out against his pale skin. Snowflakes cling to his scruffy hair and eyelashes, and his nose is practically a Rudolph red at this point. Dude, me for real. I'm blowing my nose so much because I'm sick. He's tall, even from my perch in the truck cab, though. I own a smaller truck, so I suppose it's not a huge deal. But he still has to lean down a bit to peer inside the narrow gap of the window. Thank you so much for stopping. Seriously, you're a lifesaver. His voice is clear and friendly, though a little breathless. What the hell are you doing out here? The question is blunt and probably not the most welcoming, but honestly, it's the first thing that comes to mind. I eye his clothes, jeans, and a thin-looking jacket that wouldn't hold up against this weather for long. He's not wearing a hat or gloves from what I can see. Feel a sudden urge of irritation after to swallow the instinct of lecturing a random stranger. Doesn't he have any sense? At least put on some gloves. Rubs his arms briskly. It makes me think he hasn't been out here for long. It's like he doesn't have much snow on him. He's clearly not freezing to death. Which makes me think if he is a killer or something, he just got here waiting for someone to come. And I'm the idiot that decided to stop. Yeah, so my car kind of gave up the ghost back there about maybe 3 miles back. Just completely sputtered out. And naturally, there's absolutely zero signal out here. I've been wandering around for a while now, hoping someone would pass by. I didn't see anything earlier. Must have been zoning out. We did hallucinate a deer, so yeah. My trusty flip phone decided to bite the dust about 5 minutes ago, too. You have no idea how incredibly grateful I am that you actually pulled over. He shifts his weight from one foot to the other on the ground, looking a little anxious now that he's finished his explanation. I was traveling to see my folks up in Oakhaven. It's winter break, and my mom has been telling me to visit for a while now, so I figured I'd go. I eye him cautiously. Oakhaven, that's about an hour and a half from here. I know, it's really unfortunate the car went bust so quickly. Are you alone? Yeah, it's just me. He meets my gaze directly, and for a brief moment, his eyes. I can't quite make out the color, but they seem surprisingly intense and hold mine before softening once again. I'm so gonna get murdered by this dude. Promise I'm no trouble. All I need is a ride there. I can pay you for gas if you want. Well, let him in. Alright, hop in. Words feel a little alien coming out of my mouth. Every rational cell in my body is most likely itching to beat me up, but the image of him out there, I can't shake it. Reach across the wide cab, my hand hovering over the heavy latch on the passenger door for a brief second before I unlock it. He practically scrambles inside, pulling the door shut quickly. The man then continues to shake his head vigorously like a dog, sending droplets of water flying. I don't know why, but I foresee us like scrapping in like a mud pit. Like we're just fighting to the death with our bare fists. Like Fight Club or some shit. A few icy drops land on the dash right near my half-emptied coffee cup, and I can't help but wince inwardly. Cleanliness is next to godliness out here. Thank you so much. Rubs his hands together rapidly, blowing on them. You look like a corpse. Like you look like you've already frozen to death. Maybe he was out there for a while. Maybe it's a corpse that came to life. Maybe that's what it is. I didn't let him be angry and murder me, haunt me. It's freezing out there. You have no idea how amazing this heater feels right now. Sure, I can imagine. He grins at my curt response and glances around the truck, taking in all the various switches and gauges with wide, almost childlike eyes. Wow, I've never been inside a big rig before. Glad to help. The name's Ethan. I managed to relax my shoulders a fraction. Trying to create a mess everywhere, okay? Muster up a small, tired smile, feeling a tiny bit of the tension ease now that he's safely inside. Right, sorry. He says quickly, looking around slightly flustered. He awkwardly tries to brush the remaining snow off his jacket and pants, directing it as best he can onto the floor mat. What a goat. I'm Ilya, by the way. Where are we? That's a very... What's the word? Not like foreign, but like... unusual name? Makes me think like Russia, but I don't think that is Russian. Seriously, Ethan, you really saved me back there. He leans back in the seat, letting out a shaky breath. I don't trust this guy at all. He's absolutely like a ghost about to haunt me. I can feel my cheeks heat up a bit under his gaze. Darn. Just take the compliment, don't make it weird. So real. No, it's alright. I clear my throat. All I have left tonight is a load to drop off at Springvale. That's only a bit further from Oakhaven anyway. A bit being 3 more hours, but hey, the indomitable human spirit won today. So real. I pull the truck back onto the slippery road, gearing the wipers to work extra hard against the accumulating snow. How long have you been driving? Way too long. Since yesterday morning. I sigh, the long hours catching up to me despite the brief adrenaline spike from earlier. Shit, really? You must be exhausted. Sounds genuinely impressed. How is it, actually, being a trucker? it pays the bills. It pays the bills. That's pretty much the long and short of it. Long hauls, late nights, weird shit here and there, but at least it keeps the lights on. I shrug, keeping my eyes on the road. It's gotta be tough, though. Ilya says, his voice quiet. Being out here all the time, alone. Don't you miss, I don't know, normal stuff, like sleeping in your own bed and seeing people whenever you want? I like the bed. I like sleeping in my bed. I'm not too worried about, like, lonely. I'm taking this from, like, if I was doing this. Like, the being alone, I'm not too worried about. That'd be kind of a chill job. You're just driving. But, not having your own bed or room to go to each night would suck. Yeah, that would be horrible. Sure, it wears me sometimes. Just gotta do what I gotta do since no one else is gonna do it for me. Yeah, I feel that. He exhales slowly. College loans are kicking my ass right now. Feels like I'll be paying them off till I'm 80. What? Your family doesn't help you out with those? Ilya goes quiet for a moment, and the easy rapport we were starting to build snaps. I immediately regret asking. Ugh, my dumb mouth. Listen, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pry. No, don't be. He interrupts, though his voice is strained. It was an honest question. He stares at the windshield at a point far, far away, beyond the reach of the headlights. They don't. I'm not really worth the trouble. I could feel the mood in the cab drop about 50 degrees, completely unrelated to the heater. Hey, don't say that, come on. They called you back home for a break, right? That sounds like you're worth the trouble to me. He stares at me before smiling a little. Yeah. He takes a deep breath. You're right. He nods as if convincing himself. It's gotten a bit stuffy despite the weather outside. Do you keep up with the news much? It's hard not to. That one thing I never fail to brush up on. Have you heard about those murders near Lawrence Resort? No, I haven't. Well, it's all younger women, college-aged. Details are too gruesome to get into, but full-body shiver goes through me. God, it's disgusting to think about. Their faces were mutilated beyond recognition, thankfully due to the whole teeth forensic mumbo-jumbo, and since people were obviously looking for them, they were able to identify a couple of them. Still, the amount of Jane Does that have come out of the situation is insane to me. Nasty business, really, but it does have me a little worried. Why would you worry? I stall a bit with the question, too long, apparently, because he speaks once again. Would anyone ever look for you? Didn't we say that everyone hates us? In, like, our intro before I had a name? I really don't trust him. We should just say someone... Here's my thought process. I'm like, well, if we say someone would look for us, maybe he won't kill us. But all the other kills, people were looking for them already. So that makes me think they don't care. Maybe he wants them to look for the person he kills. So what if we mind game him and say it wouldn't matter? Doubt it. It's not like I've given anyone a reason to. See, that's the funny part. His head tilts a fraction and his smile widens, unnervingly so. You don't have to give them a reason. They'll make one up for you. They'll put up missing posters, host candlelight vigils even, but people often love a tragedy more than they ever loved the person. Really, that sure is a pessimistic outlook. It's quiet again, except for the swish of the wipers. Let's talk about the isolation of the road. You ever notice how isolated it feels at night? I prefer it this way. No traffic, no idiots cutting me off. You're a funny one. Quiet again, except for the swish of the wipers. Sure, what about college? What's college like these days? It must be tough. Med school? All those late nights cramming facts about whatever it is that you guys cram. Labs and lectures, more or less. Learning all the ways the body can break down. Fascinating stuff, really. Not much time for anything else. Sounds lonely. Yeesh, you were asking me if I was lonely, but look at you. Sounds like a pretty solitary existence. I didn't say it was inherently a bad thing to be lonely, though. It's a state of being like any other. The snow outside suddenly gets thicker now. I was sure the forecast said it was going to stop earlier, but it's only getting worse. Shit, can't even see past the hood at this point. Statistically, this is when most drivers make fatal mistakes. Are you sure you'll be okay driving on? Don't have much of a choice. This kind of weather makes the world feel smaller, doesn't it? Especially with no cars around. It's pretty. Still kind of beautiful though. I feel like I'm in a maze, or in a snow globe even. Smiles small and doesn't reach his eyes. I think if we stay positive, he won't kill us. If we're just nice, we don't pry, we're just chilling. It's quiet again, except for the swish of the wipers. I don't want to ask about this. This feels like we're prying. This feels weird. Try the radio. Let me try again. Fiddle with the tuner knob. Let's check the channel. Maybe channel 19's got something. Flip to the CB radio. Graded by burst of chatter. Eastbound bear at mile marker 114. Copy that, good buddy. We got a goddamn 14-wheeler cut me off at... Oh, that's kind of cool. So, Oakhaven. Try to sound casual, though I'm sure that I'm failing miserably. Mentioned you were heading there to visit family? That's right. My parents, they live outside the main town. Right, your parents. Something about a smile feels... Just curious, you know, with the weather and all. They couldn't send someone out to pick you up, or... Seems odd, him hitchhiking like this. If his folks were expecting him so close, most people would have called for a ride. He said he has no service. Listen, pal. What the hell? Oh, no. They're expecting me, but... He hesitates for a beat. Since my older brother gave me the car, I thought I'd make use of it. Then, well, you know, car troubles out of nowhere. Let's let it go. Maybe I'm overthinking it. It's probably awkward family stuff. If we pry, we're so dying. I don't believe for a second he's gonna let us go. I decide not to pry, letting the small inconsistencies slide. It's late, I'm tired, I just want to get this over with. Because if he's on his way to go kill someone else, as long as we don't pry, we should be fine. Gotcha, makes sense. Nice of your brother to lend you the car, though, even if it broke down. A wave of relief seems to wash over his face, replaced by that easy, charming smile again. It's like a mask slipping back into place. Couldn't agree more, he's a good guy. I can't shake the feeling that I missed something, but push it down. It's probably fine. It's quiet again, except for the swish of the wipers. This is the least worst option, I think. It's weird, but like, whatever. Glimpse at Ilya from the corner of my eye, trying to be subtle. He's staring at the window again, can't read anything from his expression. He's so a serial killer. Suddenly his head turns and meets my gaze. His eyes are dark, reflecting the faint road lights like polished obsidian. There's a knowing glint there, as if he felt my eyes on him. A slow smile spreads across his face. It doesn't reach his eyes. I don't like him. He scares me. Every bump in the road sends a jolt through my hands. Keeps steadying glances at Ilya. He's unnaturally still. He looks like a corpse. The green exit sign finally looms into view. Hell yeah. 40 more miles. Not too bad. Lick my dry lips, considering my options. Well, let's take the exit. Hey, Ellie, do you mind if we make a quick stop? My eyes are killing me. Turns from the window, blinking like he's out of a trance. Of course, you've been driving forever. We could both use a break. Thanks. Phew, at least that's covered. A ramp curves sharply, the truck's weight shifting as we descend towards the service area. Realistically, I have to drop off everything at Springvale by 7 AM. Gas station. I'll add some coffee or snacks. It'll take like 10 minutes tops. Mind if I come in? Could use something hot too. Yeah, of course. Finally getting coffee. The truck rumbled into a shithole gas station like it hadn't seen customers since the early 1980s. It wasn't a surprise that there were only 2 cars parked outside, probably the poor people who had to man it. Pulled up beside the diesel pumps, taking a glance at the fogged up windows. Through the grime, I could just make out 2 figures inside. One was a lanky cashier staring blankly ahead, probably contemplating the vast emptiness of the universe, while the other... Huh? Is that girl asleep on the counter? Yep. How classy. Well, let's go. Truck gave a soft chirp as I locked the doors. Ilya followed closely as I stepped out. Let's fill up the tank. I should fuel up over here. Ilya, why don't you get inside first? Sure thing, boss. I'll take a look at what they got. Gave my shoulder a friendly squeeze before he gently brushed past me. The pump clicked as I removed. Oh, that's okay. Don't right click. Good to know. Pump clicked as I removed the nozzle. The acrid smell of diesel filled the air as the numbers ticked upwards. With a final click, the tank was full. Alright, time to warm up. As I stepped inside, I spotted Ilya already browsing the snack aisle. Felt a blush creep up my neck at his proximity. Hitting the coffee. Are we falling in love with the murder? I don't like this. Hitting the coffee. You want anything? Surprise me. You're getting a cup of water. you're not getting any caffeine. I don't trust you at all. I want you asleep. You scare me. He leaned against a chip display, watching me through his eyelashes with that same strange gaze he had in the truck. How do you watch someone through your eyelashes? Pull them together, just like with your eyes open? Am I watching you through my eyelashes right now? Is that what's happening? I cannot tell. I touched my glasses. Man. God damn it. Okay. I'll go look for some snacks. Time for coffee. Made my way to the coffee station. There was an adorable coffee machine in front of me on top of a counter, sitting beside white cups, salt and sugar packets, as well as wooden coffee stirrers. Hey kid, where's the good stuff hidden? Cashier grumbled before walking over to me. Male cashier. What? Where are the creamers and milk? He rolled his eyes before opening the 2 shelves on the bottom, displaying different types of ingredients. Oh, thank you. I like hot chocolate. No additives for this drink. Top it off with some sugar. Who puts salt in hot chocolate? Was that for me? Oh, it's for you? Oh, I wanted it for me. This smells amazing, Ethan, thanks. Took a sip, his eyes crinkling at the corners. I was supposed to be for me. I approached the counter, Ilya hovering just behind me like an overeager puppy. Cashier didn't look up from whatever he was doing around the counter. Hey there, sunshine, ring us up. What do you want? This guy is such a great conversationalist. I held up my gatherings, and so did Ilya. Just these, we'll be out of here right after. Ilya leaned forward suddenly. What's your name? Cashier and I were both startled by the question. What? Why ask? It's not like we'll ever see the kid again. Jax? Why? Just making conversation, Jax. She okay? Nodded towards the sleeping girl. Back off, alright? She's just tired. His whole body shifted protectively, his shoulders squaring up. She works double between here and at school. Not all of us get to joyride across the country. Let's tease him. Damn, someone's got it bad. Shut the hell up, she's just my coworker. Yeah, right. So she's his girlfriend then. Jax bristled slightly, his gaze hardening for a split second before he looked away, clearly uncomfortable. He paused and sighed, running a hand through his spiky hair, looking more and more exasperated. Look, can I just ring you two up? It's been a long night, and honestly, you guys are taking forever. It's a chill shift, but like, come on. I exchanged a look with Ilya. Fair enough. I'm really glad the murder hasn't started yet. I'm scared. Jack scanned our items slowly. Take your time, not like we have places to be. Going as fast as I can. Ilya stopped teasing the poor kid. Here's your change. He pushed it across the counter, not meeting either of our eyes. Already looking back towards his coworker. Pleasure doing business with you, Jax. We left the building and entered the truck again. The gas station shrunk slowly in the rear view mirror. It was a nice pit stop. How was it? It was nice hanging out with you. He's gonna kill me now. Smile slightly. Continue driving to Oak Haven. What's with the banger music? This shit's a banger. I'm falling asleep, aren't I? Okay, thank God. The remaining miles lay out before me. I don't know if I have the strength to continue. The squeak of the wipers against the windshield has truly been the only sound for the past hour. It's maddening. I find myself stealing glances at him more often than I'd like to admit. I just can't help it. I don't like this. Is he tired? He seems to have heavy eye bags. But I can't help but feel there's something more behind his distant demeanor. Almost there, just a little further. Just want to drop him off and go to sleep. That's the plan. Banger music. The first faint glow of distant streetlights and houses begin to prickle in the darkness ahead, like cigarette embers against charcoal-colored concrete. Oakhaven, finally. Welcome to Oakhaven. Looks like we made it. A wave of genuine relief washes over me as I see the town sign, almost forgetting about the strange man beside me. Pull the truck to the side of the road just past the Oakhaven welcome sign. Well, this is it. Should be able to get home from here easily enough. Yeah. Thanks again for the ride, Ethan. No problem. Stay safe out there. You too. Maybe our paths will cross again sometime. Maybe. With that, he steps out into the night, closing the door gently behind him. I'm alone in the truck again. I wait a couple of seconds before pulling away. Now, you need to find a motel to go to sleep. Because I'm going to die. The comfort that floods me is immense, to the point it almost makes me sag against the steering wheel. Good riddance. Like, I know we're playing a horror game, so we know he's evil. What does our character have against him? He's just a dude. Did we wake up? Is it all a dream? 4 months later, okay. The chill of it's gonna be like a newspaper and he killed a bunch of people. The chill of winter has long since given way to the mellowness of early spring. The memory of that night is mostly fragments at this point. I find myself dreaming about it sometimes though. Just the bizarreness of it. It's often blurred, like moonlight trying to break through a thick fog, never quite forming a clear visage. I blink awake, forcing my eyes open. My hand flies over to the nightstand before remembering that I have work off today. That's bright. That's real bright. Wipe my eyes before sitting up a little. My boring old room. That is an old ass television. What is this? It's like swirl of death. My boring old room. Should probably spend time decorating it one day. All I have are 2 posters, a small closet, and a TV that barely works. Life has been boring lately. I've grown even more distant from my friends and family, so I often spend my days alone even when I'm not working. It's a weird, almost dissociative haze. I hate work, but this awful silence is a lot worse. I'm miserable. Should I get a cat or something? We should get a cat, but make sure it's an actual cat. Don't find it in an alley. Wink wink, nudge nudge. But then again, I wouldn't even be able to properly take care of it. I can hardly take care of myself. That's another reference to the game. It's a good game. You should watch it. Halloween special. Come on, go watch it. I sigh and swing my legs over the side of the bed. Shuffling over to the restroom, I splash my face with cold water and brush my teeth before making my way to the small kitchenette. There's almost nothing in the pantry. Coffee and toast it is. And so I begin brewing the coffee. While I do that, I internally debate having 2 pieces of toast, but decide on one. I pluck the heaviest, thickly cut one into the toaster. Afterwards, I get the mug and play it on order, placing it onto my wooden dining table, grabbing a newspaper that was tucked inside my apartment sliding door, and place it there as well. Well, toast pops up burnt again. Fuck it. I scrape off the black bits with the butter knife and plop it onto the plate. Poured the coffee into my mug, adding whatever else I thought fit to make it taste better before settling down. Sunlight catches the dust motes gently, whirling over the table. It's a beautiful, warm morning. I could take a walk or go window shopping, or I'll think about that later. Let's take a sip of coffee. The delicious warmth spreads through me. It's a decent blend, but it only makes me crave the cafe down the street even more. I decide to read the local news first. Eyes scan the boring headlines until I snag an article tucked inside. Missing college girl's family demands answers. It's been 3 agonizing months and still there's no trace of Kaya Robin. The 19-year-old was last seen at Lawrence Resort, where she'd gone with her then-boyfriend Michael W. Oh no, his name was Ilya, wasn't it? For what was supposed to be a relaxing getaway after a grueling midterm season. Unfortunately, Kaya turned up missing shortly after, and her family and friends have been rightfully outraged. There are whispers that the state police are downplaying or even outright suppressing information. Information not just about Kaya, but about a truly alarming pattern. A rising number of disappearances and unsolved murders of young women in this very area. It is not incredibly far-fetched, considering the remains of those women have been found within the same location. When will these cases, these lives, be taken seriously? I've spoken to Kaya's parents, who are, as you can imagine, absolutely devastated. Miss Robin described Kaya as a bundle of sunshine, always laughing, always planning for the future. The community deserves to know the truth. Kaya's family deserves justice. Please contact me. Blah, blah, blah. The face staring back at me is young and pretty, a brunette with tan skin and a straight nose. My throat tightens as I begin to read. Please contact me at jwilson22@gmail.com if you wish to bring light. Lawrence Resort, that's the same place I mentioned to that guy. The murders, the things we talked about in the truck. I forced myself to keep reading. State police suppressing details, alarming number of unsolved cases. Would anyone ever look for you? Newspaper trembles in my hands. Flip to another page with a new, smaller missing poster at the bottom. A 17-year-old girl who disappeared after sneaking into a sorority party. Only a week ago, there's currently search parties underway. The article optimistically claims... Fuck. Save the article. Carefully fold the page, for what reason I don't know. I'm scared. I should go back to sleep. Are we around there? Did we live around there? It's not like I have anything better left to do. Maybe I should start saving up to move. I guess we must live around there. Neutral end 6 on easy coincidence. Okay. So we learned nothing. we learned not a thing. Cool. So there's only bad and neutral endings, and we got the 6 of neutral. Hear me out. Nope, not getting involved. Too many weirdos out on these roads. Squeeze the wheel tighter and fix my gaze forward, pretending I didn't see a damn thing. Shouldn't go looking for trouble. Press down on the accelerator again, a little more firmly this time. The engine groans in response, settling back into its steady rumble. Force myself not to look in the rearview mirror, but I can't help it and throw a quick glance anyways. In the glass, framed by the truck's cabin, I see his shape rapidly diminishing for a split second before he disappears completely. I could swear I saw his head turn and felt his eyes in the back of the truck. Prickle of something unpleasant nags at me. After another few minutes pass, I shake my head to clear it. Just gotta get this load delivered. Nothing else matters right now. I'm alone in the truck, just like any other night. Maybe that's for the best. There we go, neutral end 1, Nolan Road. Alright, that's it. No, okay. Let's get an actual ending. Well, let's just antagonize the shit out of him. Slow down. Ask more questions. Hold on a sec. Alright, let's back up a minute. Where exactly did your car break down? What kind of car is it? Back near the, I think it was a mile marker 82, maybe 83. Rubs the back of his neck in contemplation. It's an old sedan, a blue one. Kind of beat up. Honestly, probably should have seen this coming. Okay, old blue sedan. Made this awful clunking noise and then everything died. Lights, engine, everything. Tried to get it started again, but to no luck. Okay, and you didn't have like an emergency kit, flares, a blanket or anything in there? Voice softened slightly as I picture him huddled alone in a dead car. Must have been terrifying for him. Yeah, he's a murderer. I don't think so. Looks even more embarrassed now, stuffing his hands into his pocket. My older brother's car, I've been borrowing it. Probably should have checked for that stuff in hindsight, right? Gives a small, self-deprecating laugh, and I can't help but agree. Mile marker 82. That was a few miles back, not that far, but it's far enough to walk in this. Maybe he panicked? Still, it feels weird. Why wouldn't he stay with the car, especially if it's his brother's? Surely he needs it back. Wouldn't he want to stay put and protected in case it gets towed? Protected for what? I mean, if you're just gonna hitchhike, then may as well, especially if it's so far from a rest stop. Radioed in. Tell you what, leaning as close as I can to the open window as far as my seatbelt allows, managed to keep my voice low, feeling as if I'm making a difficult business negotiation in a spy movie. Can't give you a ride, company rules are pretty strict about passengers. When I get back into cell service or hit the next truck stop with a working radio, I can call dispatch for you, have them send someone out to check on your car, maybe get you a tow or a ride. Hold yourself up back in the car and keep warm as best you can. Worst of the snow should end in a few hours anyways, how's that sound? Feels incredibly unfair to offer such limited help when I'm sitting in a warm, empty truck, but I really can't take any risks right now. This job is my livelihood after all. Tense, heavy silence falls between us. Oh, okay. The hope drains from his features completely. His smile vanishes, replaced by a look of pure disappointment that stings to see. His tone also does a complete 180, flattening out and devoid of the earlier energy. I'm almost startled by the sudden change in his demeanor. Thanks, marker 82, blue sedan. Guess I should make my way back there then. Stay safe out here. Feel terribly awkward. Roll the window back up and watch as he turns and starts walking back the way he came, before I pull back onto the road, leaving him behind. Takes a good 30 minutes for the I don't like this. For the desolate landscape to give way. Radio crackles to life, I'm finally back at signal range. Right, but I called this in. Dispatch, this is Ethan, rig 7B, got a situation. Out on I something or other. Mile marker 82, maybe 83. Saw a young guy who looked stranded. He said his blue sedan broke down there. Couldn't pick him up, but he's out in the snow. Thought you guys should know. Could you send someone to check it out? Voice crackles, copy that. Rig 7B will send a unit to investigate mile marker 82 to 83 for stranded vehicle and a person. Stay safe out there. 10-4 dispatch, rig 7B clear. Continue my drive, the radio now mostly silent except for occasional chatter. Okay. Some other dude just gonna die a few hours later as I'm traveling back home. The radio crackles again. Rig 7B, come in. Rig 7B, go ahead dispatch. Just wanted to give you an update on that call you made regarding mile marker 82. Patrol unit just finished checking the area. Oh good, is he safe? Negative on the vehicle 7B, no signs of a sedan and no person anywhere near mile marker 82 or 83. The road is clear. Unit confirmed snow cover, but no evidence of a stranded vehicle or individual. What? You sure dispatch? I saw him right there by the sign. Blue car, he said. He was a redhead and had grayish eyes. Affirmative, rig 7B. Unit did a thorough sweep, nothing out there. Might have found another ride. One thing's for sure, there wasn't a car, nor any signs of one. If you need to rest or grab some coffee while driving, do remember to do that, rig 7B. The implication was loud and clear. Will do, thank you. Sigh leaves my lips. It would make sense if he just got another ride, but if there was no car, well... No way, he was right there. I talked to him, didn't I? Endless road ahead suddenly seems emptier and much longer. Neutral end 3, radio silence. Getting a lot of neutral endings. I didn't mean to do that. I was thinking, like, call the man and be like, hey, I'm picking someone up. Now I'd be like, alright, fuck you, I'm gone. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, subscribe. Helps a lot. If there's another game you want to see me play, leave in the comments below. And with that, I'll see you guys later. Merry Christmas!